The largest drawing in the history of the world was completed earlier this week. At least that's what I call it. I haven't heard anybody else explain it like that, but let me tell you the story. First, I need to tell you about flightaware.com, which is a website that lets you track commercial flights. For example, here's the path of a flight that went near my house today. Most flights are like this, pretty much a straight line between two cities. Sometimes, though, weather causes a flight to fly in all kinds of patterns and even be diverted to a different airport, like this Air Canada flight that tried to land in San Diego during a storm. But what's going on here with this flight? Why are they making these strange turns? It turns out that this is an 18-hour Boeing test flight for some new engines, and it eventually traced out this pattern. This drawing stretches from Ishpeming in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan to Agua Nueva in Jim Hogg County, Texas, which is over 1,400 miles wide, and from Bull Lake in the Wind River Reservation in Wyoming to St. Joseph's, Tennessee, which is over 1,250 miles. So if this counts as a drawing, I think this is probably the largest drawing in the history of the world, and I actually think it should be counted as a drawing in the same way that Picasso's light paintings or light drawings are counted as artwork. The other interesting thing about this is that it's a drawing of an airplane with an airplane. So there you have it, the largest drawing in the history of the world. Okay, I have a couple of related recommendations. I already mentioned the flightaware.com website. There's also an app that does the same kind of a thing called Flight Radar 24. And also it lets you point your phone up into the sky and say, what's that plane right there? It sort of knows where your phone is and which direction you're pointing, and it can see what flight you're looking at. This test flight was to test some new engines on the Dreamliner 787. And these pilots were doing some ETOPS testing. You may want to also check out the Wendover Productions video on ETOPS. Now, ETOPS stands for Extended Range Twin Engine Operational Performances Standard, and this is required before twin engine planes are allowed to cross certain distances across the ocean. The other name for this is Engines Turn or Passengers Swim. I've put some of the links of the things I've mentioned in the description down below, so click on those and be sure to subscribe if you'd like to see some of the other videos I do.